Alright everybody, welcome back to the modded survival series. I don't have an official name for the pack, but welcome back. Glad you guys are sticking around. Not as many views as I used to get, but who cares? I'm having a good time with this. So, I've done, again, a fair bit off camera. I believe I had this last episode, but I added this. I really like this. I was talking about having like a space to put wheat, and I think that I nailed it. This is exactly what I was going for. Actually better than I originally envisioned. I got some coarse dirt here to kind of suit the theme. Like, oh, it's all smashed down and covered up. So we have that. I've added some other detail things like this. I really like this. I have the limestone bricks on the bottom. Added this little thing. I don't know if it's like a little workstation, I guess. I'm just keeping saplings and stuff here for now. I added like that there. Otherwise, I haven't done much with it. But there's a lot of stuff. I've gotten, as you can tell, I also got more horses and a donkey. And this is just kind of me getting prepared for future stuff. You probably don't want to watch me go out and tame horses because it's really boring, and nothing happens interesting ever. So there's a couple things we won't work on here. I also put a new mod in that lets me sit. So we're gonna sit. Alright, so there's a couple things here. First of all, I want to do a backpack. So I talked about adding a backpack mod last time, and I have done that. It's not anything crazy. Like a lot of mods have insane backpacks. This one is just put it there, and it's just 9 extra slots. And I thought that this would just be a good idea because, um, we have so many new items in the game, especially in this mod pack. Like, Minecraft items end at page, like, 6. Yeah. So there's another 11 pages of items. Like, what's that, 3 times as many items as normal? So I thought, just having a little backpack would be nice to keep some extra items in. I don't have anything in there yet because we obviously just put it on, but I'm sure that will come in handy, especially like in building in the future, or mining, or anything like that. So next, calendar. Now this also is very important. I initially had mentioned on like the first episode that we have the mod called Serene Seasons. Now Serene Seasons is really cool because it adds seasons to the game. Over time, the seasons change. Summer will turn to fall, fall will turn to winter, winter will turn to spring, and so on. And it'll like change the ground. It'll snow will fall in the winter. So unfortunately, I don't really actually know which season it is. I can guess because sugarcane is fertile in the summer, and it should be a sugarcane growing. So I have a calendar. I don't know how to use this. Do we put it on a wall, maybe? Let's see, where do we want a calendar? Right here? Uh, 1 second. Okay, so I think I figured it out. So, if you look at the calendar right now, it looks a little bit funky and has some weird things on it. So how this works, you can also see it in the inventory, but I'll keep it on the ground. Oh, come on. I wonder if I can put it in an item frame, actually. That might look better. Let's see here. Item frame. I wonder if I can even do that. Oh, it works. Okay. So there's this big circle right here, right? So this is the indicator for summer. So there's 4 different indicators. There's one for, winter, spring, summer, fall. So this is the summer one. I'm pretty sure. There's not a lot of info on this exact item for some reason. So we have the summer indicator, and then so while there's technically 4 seasons, there's also technically 12, because each one has 3 sub-seasons. So you have an early, a mid, and a late, which is not filled in right there, as you can see. So it currently appears to be midsummer. Now this is pretty good. So how the mod works is by default, and what I have it at is every 8 days, um, it'll transition from one to the next. So every 8 in-game days. So if I sleep in a minute here, if it's the 8th day, it'll transition to late summer. So we must have started this world in like early spring. If I had to guess, because I've played quite a bit off camera. So next up we'll have early after late summer we'll have early fall, and that's when like things will start changing. Things will start looking different. and that's when growing seasons will change. So I've been looking for a mod that will let me like um, try to, I have to mix up my diet kind of thing. But I have not been able to find anything that lets me do that. So what I might do instead I have found one that will spoil food. So I might do one that will spoil food so that I have to try and preserve it. Um, I have to keep growing food in order to have food. Otherwise, I might run out. So let's sleep and see if the calendar changes. Yeah, I've been trying to find interesting food mods. There was one that I know. Okay, it did not change it. At least it doesn't. Yeah, okay. So we're just gonna keep that there. But I've been trying to find food mods so that we can have more fun with the food system. But one mod we do have is Pam's Harvest Craft. Now, I kind of talked about it last episode, but I actually want to start doing stuff with it. So it's currently late summer, coming up on autumn, and I don't know how many days left we have in it. But I don't know, I have no idea how far along in it we are, and I won't know again until I sleep again, or until it changes again. But I want to try and get some foods growing, because as you can see, I'm almost at a steak. So we want to start figuring out, along with that, we want to start figuring out how we are going to lay out the entire area. So that brings into the barn. So we need food, barn, we need like fields, barn, stables, pastures. I think those are like the four main things that we're going to need here. Um, in a creative copy of this world, I have gone ahead and designed a barn, and in that world, placed it right there. I'm not sure if that's the best spot. It seems kind of far away from, like, the rest of the base. And I'm not really sure how I feel about it being that far away. So we might. I'm really not sure. I'm kind of on the edge about where I want it. I, I do kind of like the spot. It's a little bit farther away, which means, like, we can, um, if we wanted, we could do, like, a sheep pasture right here. Um, Cows on the other side, I was thinking. Um, I think pigs also need, like, their own little area, their own little stable pen thing. Uh, for for the horses, I want to build a stable that we breed them in, because I think horses are going to be a very important part of this whole series. Because if we're going to be moving around between bases, we're going to need horses. I already have a couple of good ones. Instead of the guy in the diamond, I've been using this guy with the iron horse armor. That's is see-through as well. Higher jump. I think he's just as fast, if not maybe a little faster. And he gets a 3 block max jump. So I've been using this guy. But we want a maxed out guy, so that's like faster than that, 5 block jump kind of thing. So we need a stable. Um, I'm not. So what if we did like a stable right here, right? Like a curved stable, like a L-shaped stable with like a little pasture, like like the area where horses can walk around in. I don't know what it's called. Pen, I guess. We do the barn over here, and with the barn we have like cows on the other side and sheep in a big field to graze over here. And then we do like a little pig pen somewhere back over there, maybe a little more. And for food, so we obviously need large fields for grains. I think that's important because I want it to be kind of realistic, right? Um, I've been trying to make it, not so just dry. Like, oh, this is normal Minecraft. I want it to be a little more interesting. So big fields of grains, uh, probably over here on this landscape. And then maybe we can have smaller gardens mixed in. Like, oh, I want to grow peppers and tomatoes over here. I want to grow squashes and stuff over here, kind of thing. So I think that's a pretty good layout. Now we just need to kind of figure out like um, how we're gonna build everything. So as you can see, I've been getting ahead of the game here. I designed the barn, and I've been very busy collecting resources for it, because it is huge. It's a big barn, but it looks really good, guys. I'm very happy with how it was turning out. So That's gonna be a tough build though. It's gonna take a couple episodes for sure. Like this whole base is gonna take a while, I think. And then, other bases obviously are gonna take a while as well. I'm not trying to rush things along. So the barn, let's see. So we need to get started on getting some extra food. Because we have all these seeds and all this food, but we're not growing anything right now. And I'm almost out of food, as I mentioned already. So I don't really know like how exactly this is gonna work. We don't have like any rivers, so everything is gonna have to be irrigation. And so speaking of rivers, actually, I mentioned, I have a creative copy of this world. I just wanted to test out a few things. So I just wanted to see, okay, how far away is the ocean? How big is this continent? And guys, this continent is massive. So you see these like we have like a bunch of little rivers around us. There's one over here, one over here. Um, there's another one over here, kind of. So these rivers. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. There's another one right there. These rivers, they get bigger as they get closer to the ocean. And you can see right now, they start like one block, get a couple blocks wide, and this is the biggest we've seen them is right here. So this is like a tenth of what they get, and that's already a long ways away. This one's actually bigger, so this one might be it might not be as far as we think. But the point is that these rivers are huge, so we are really far away. And so on that note, we don't have much water here. Literally, to get water, I had to go all the way over here to this river and pick up a couple buckets of water so I could start growing sugarcane to make a calendar. Which is kind of stupid, but we did what we had to be done. So let's just collect some of this because we're going to need some more eventually. I'm almost certain of it. And then we need to figure out how we're going to do farms. So because we're doing artificial irrigation, oh, I forgot I had this. This is where I've been mining. Um, Caves are awesome in this because I have like different sound packs in. It lets me like caves are echoey and it's really weird and kind of creepy. At some point you'll probably hear it, but right now we need to work on farms. I'm thinking, hmm, it's interesting. I kind of want to make like a little, um, like a little farm. Like, oh, here we're gonna grow all these different smaller things. I also want to make a bigger farm. Like, oh, here we need to grow these in bulk, right? So we're gonna get rid of this. There goes that X. I'm prepared. And let's see. Let's block that in. I'm thinking. We have this whole area here, and I don't really want to double layer it up again. So we're going to try and build most of our farm. I think let's start over here. Let's get rid of some of these. Okay, let me tell you, lumberjack and quick leaf decay has been my friend. Like it's amazing. I can just chop through stuff, and it helps me get wood faster. Saves a lot of time, especially if we're going to be traveling a ton. Um, Especially now that I realize how big the continent is, we really are going to have to be traveling a lot. So now another interesting thing. I'm thinking it'd be really, really cool. So we don't have water down here, but if we could like aqueduct water, like make our own aqueduct, like we make a custom lake up there, aqueduct it down, like have a waterfall, aqueduct it through here, and then we can use it for anything we need. I think that would be really cool. Although that's a long-term kind of project, obviously. Just trying to brainstorm like how's this base gonna look in the end. So to make a farm, I don't really make farms in Minecraft. Like every time I do, it's just dinky little things. Like oh, it's purely effective, not aesthetic. So I think I'm struggling with the aesthetic part. Like how do I make an aesthetically pleasing farm that's also kind of functional? Uh, so I'm thinking we just cut out a portion here. Well, how wide is this area? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we did one here, and then if we went over another 4 blocks, or let's do this. So we're gonna get rid of this one. we're going to move some flowers out of the way. We're going to relocate them. And we're going to move this too. So let's see, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, then the water will reach that far. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we do it. Another one right here. And 4 more. Okay, perfect. That worked out great. So now we just gotta fill that in. We're gonna dig out this. Come over here. Dig this out. And we're gonna go up another level 2 here, I think. So if we did it like that. Like this. And I think for now, we're just kind of gonna leave it at that. We might do like a, I'm not sure, a little reservoir pond right there, just to kind of show like, oh yeah, we're feeding the water or the plants here, right? But we're gonna have to see exactly what happens, cause we're not prepared for the shovel to break, cause I'm not really sure like how I want to lay everything out yet. It's just gonna take a long time, a lot of fiddling around, and I might as well make 2 shovels. A lot of fiddling around, a lot of trying to figure out what's best, what looks best, so come here. It's gonna take a while. So we got the water, which we're gonna make last a long time here. I think it can just go on its own, right? Yeah, we might just do that. Make it look a little more natural. Man, I don't even have like reflections on here. Let me turn reflections on and see what it looks like. Okay, I turned on some reflections, although I'm not really sure it adds that much. Like you can see the reflections in it, but I'm not really sure it does all that much for the gameplay overall. So we'll see about it. Oh no, get down there. Oh no, we'll just leave it on for now. If I find performance issues in the future, then I'll probably disable it. But right now, it looks cool. Oh no, why am I doing this? Let's do that, that. Cool. All right, and then we're gonna bring it out here again. I wanna get a pretty good sized farm going right away. Like that. Yep. Okay, that looks fine. I like this. Yeah. Okay. So now we need to plant stuff. We need to hoe the ground, and then plant a bunch of stuff here. So let's just dig out more. I'm thinking we're gonna start. I can't decide if I think we'll start this on wheat. We can always change it. And wheat's just an easy one to do. So let's get this. Alright guys, I just finished tilling this all up. Now there's a couple things I was thinking about while doing this. First thing, the season's about to change. As we have kind of looked at the map, or not the map, the calendar here. It is currently midsummer. So we don't have much time left in the summer. Maybe we have more than 8 days left, but not that much longer. So we need to, I don't think, I mean if we plant wheat right now we might get a bunch of, plant seeds right now we might get a bunch of wheat before the end of it. So I think we're gonna do that, but we also need to like think about how does a farm work? So this is a like terraced farm, I guess that's the right term. So how do we make a terraced farm, like how do they work? So I was thinking about it, and they're kind of built up, right? Like you can't just let the ground wear away. Let's see. You can't just let the ground wear away. So we need to make it so that it doesn't. And how I'm thinking we're gonna do this is if we, how do we make these? Okay, I see. So you need to make a wall, a retaining wall. So if we do something like this, we're just gonna go out and try this. Let's see, what if we grab some of these too? And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here. And it's gonna make this a little smaller, but I'm fine with that because we're trying to make it like, kind of semi-realistic, right? Like we don't just want, pure, on a mod pack like this, you don't just want pure function, right? So we're gonna do like this. I think that looks really good. Like, just even the 1 pixel difference looks really good in my opinion. Then we have to deal with getting from spot to spot, and it's kind of weird. I bet if I did this, it would still work. If I got rid of that one. Also, I think we're going to have to change out these unless all the grass dies, which it looks like it has. you can see the water running. Do you guys see this? It's kind of hard to tell, but the water is running. It looks amazing. Yeah, let's just do this with the whole thing. Alright, this looks really good. So I finished off filling in the wood and the retaining walls. I also grabbed some spruce. It was getting dark. I grabbed some spruce wood to put here too, spruce planks. And I think it looks really good. It's kind of awkward and kind of weird, but I think it's a lot better. Like it adds something instead of just, being there. So let's go to bed here, and then we can start planting stuff, I think. So it is still midsummer. So that means we still have at least 8 days. We must have made that like right away, or at least about halfway through midsummer. So we just ran out of steak. That was our last one. So we need to get growing stuff fast. I think I'll just eat apples until then. So we want to grow wheat, but we obviously don't have enough wheat to fill the whole thing. So what else do we grow? Let's see, what else do we have? What else can we do stuff with right away? So we have tomatoes, but I feel like this is too big of a garden. Let's do some lettuce. So that'll keep growing throughout, which I think will be good. Um, spring. Okay, onions grow all the time. Of course they do. Let's do some peanuts. I think I think that'll be cool. Let's see. Sweet potatoes we could do. Sugarcane, melons, beans. Let's do some corn. I like corn, man. Corn on the cob. Oh man, it's so good. Let's do tea. I like tea. Yeah, alright, let's just take these and let's start doing it. Let's put all the wheat on this level. Ooh, we got a seedy place. Speaking of advancements, I got a better advancements mod. So let's look here. Holy smokes, it's big. I'm not exactly sure what it does. This is gonna be a pain in the butt to complete. Holy cow. I think it just like makes everything look better. I couldn't tell you. It might unlock stuff as we go too. Um, like I said, not really sure how it works. Okay, I didn't realize it, but this increases these 5s to 4s, which is fine. I like that. And then this ones are 5s. Okay, that's whatever. Let's finish planting all these. Alright, so we got our wheat down. That'll start growing pretty soon here. So I'm thinking like, now that we have it done with this, we can also like layer it. So let's do lettuce, right? Let's just do that up here. Yeah, I don't know why I'm being so weird about it. Let's do corn right here. Let's do peanuts. We can do those right here. And I feel like corn should probably get a bigger one. So we're gonna move the corn. We're gonna put the peanuts here, and we're gonna move the corn. And I think we're gonna put the corn right here. I wanted to make a lot of corn. I like corn. Okay. And then tea. We have a lot of tea. Holy cow. We're gonna plant that right here. Oh yeah, that looks good. Oh yeah, okay. So now we just have to wait for stuff to start growing, which I'm not sure how long this is gonna take. But we have stuff down now, and hopefully soon. Alright, with all of that planted now, we are going to get started on the barn. Now, this is a big building, by the way. I spent a lot of time trying to design it in creative, and we are going to get started on it now. So, I decided that we are going to do it over here, just because I think that that'll give us more space to do stuff in the middle area. What that stuff is, I'm not exactly sure, but I want to build it exactly where I have it on that world. So this is the corner. We're just going to mark that. So it goes 22 blocks long. So we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, So it goes 22 back. After the first 3, there's going to be another one. This is the back corner, so we're just going to do that for now. There's also going to be another one of these. I think it goes 4, then one of these, and there's going to be a 3. It's a little uneven, I'll be honest with you, but I don't really care. It's not like I'm not acting to be a professional architect. We're just kind of going with the flow here. So now, let me check here. It's going to be So it's gonna be 7 and so, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we do 7th. Okay. And the doors are 4 wide too, so it's even on both sides. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we, oh, I'm out of dirt. Steal that. Okay. Cool, now let's copy that on this side real quick. So the main construction of this is going to be stripped logs. I don't think I used like any normal logs in this. I like the stripped logs color better. Um, it's more sterile? No, it's more clean looking. Let me use that word, more clean. So this is going to be, okay, yeah, we're just going to go with that for now. Cool. I mean, more clean looking than like if I were just to do logs. I tried to make it out of red, but the problem is it's really hard to find redwood. Disregard what I said. I'm just too lazy to go get redwood. Oh, okay, here we go. So we are now in late summer. We only have 8 days left until the early fall. So I hope these things grow. Let's see what the progress is. Okay, we're getting a little bit of stuff going here, right? Yeah, okay, I like that. Sweet. So we're just going to finish up the front here, and then I think we're going to end the episode because we are probably running long on time. Let's eat some apples. Another thing I added to the pack, if you look down at my hunger bar, is you can see how much saturation I have. And I figured that'd be a nice just little quality of life addition to have. Let's build this across. Build this across. It's a nice little quality of life. Oh, I can see how far down I am. And then that also, with that comes like if we go to find Pam's Harvest Craft here, you can see how much it gives you on these. Like the top thing on it is how much food it gives me. The bottom is saturation, so that's how long it will last. So it's like a secondary hunger counter. Some of these give you a ton, like this one, fishing chips gives you 14 apparently. But we are not anywhere close to that right now. But once we start getting food growing, I do want to really start like making different kinds of food. Alright, so that's how that's supposed to look. Good. Let's get a crafting table, because I managed to forget one of those. And I need to make a bunch of planks, and then I need to make a ton of vertical planks. Alright, so how this is gonna go, this is gonna go like this. And we're gonna do it, oh no, that's not right. I really like these vertical planks. I feel like they help add a lot to builds, because on the inside then there's this extra half block, right? Let's do this, and this. And then I will also do the doors, because I think the doors are one of my favorite things that I came up with, just when like, fiddling around and looking at pictures of barns. One thing I noticed about them is that they have like, a lot of newer barns at least don't have doors open like in or out, right? They go to the side. So, it's really hard to do in Minecraft. I'm not adding any crazy mods that will let me do that. But I discovered that if we make trap doors, let's see here, I need some of this. That's why we need so much spruce too, because there's 2 places this build uses spruce. And we make a bunch of these. I made a lot more than that. Let's just do that. Let's see how many we can get, because we're going to be using a lot of them throughout this build, so it doesn't really matter if I overmake them right now. So the idea is we flip these down, and then it looks like a door, right? I've also kind of used this mentality for windows on the inside, except how I'm going to do it for windows is like that, and it looks like the windows have been opened. I actually do have it on here, so I'll leave it there. These ones do have these kind of windows. So flip these down, and then we get a little bit of the front done. So this is, like I said, this is going to be a longer project. It's going to take a while to complete. This is pretty big, and there's a lot of detail I have on it. So I think this is where we're going to end off the episode for today, guys. I appreciate you guys. Ooh, whoa, look at that. I didn't even realize. Got a little backpack on. There's nothing in it, though. So thank you guys for watching. For those of you who are sticking around, really appreciate it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. You know, go tell your friends. Like, oh hey, look, this guy's got a pretty cool mod pack. Or don't. Like, you could also not. But yeah, hope you guys have a great day, great night, whenever you're watching this. I'll see you guys in the next episode. See ya.